Blizzard had their big stream for the next season of content for Diablo 4, and it's aiming to address many community issues with the game and bring brand new mechanics with Season 2's content, but is it enough to get us to return? Let's find out. This next content drop will be happening on October 17th for the Season of Blood, which will have players becoming part vampire in an aim to take down a new baddie and a bunch of quality of life changes that are focused around fixing some of the biggest issues that the community has had with the game, such as leveling. Well, let's go through the new season stuff first so that you can get an understanding of the brand new mechanics and content. The Season of Blood will introduce a new season journey, questline, season event, blood-driven enemies, and more. The objective of the season will revolve around the player investigating a series of murders within Sanctuary with the help of a vampire hunter in an attempt to uncover the plot of the Dark Master. While that does sound great, the thing we're most interested in will be the actual abilities that we'll get access to in this season by harnessing these vampiric powers. Players can harness vampiric powers by using potent blood, which comes from defeated enemies. There will be 22 different vampiric powers for you to collect, and this time, unlike the Malignant Hearts, the developers have designed them to be class agnostic so that players have more choice rather than being funneled into a limited class-specific set. These powers will require us to meet an activation cost to use them, which will be displayed on the bottom, and the activation cost can be met by acquiring armor with certain packs attached. You can also add additional packs to your armor, which gives you more flexibility with your drops, and since you could apply them on your armor this way, it means you could make your build focused around these new powers. One of the examples they gave us was a power that allows you to store souls and then unleash them for massive damage later, and another allows you to use channeling spells more safely by giving you a defensive bonus and also boosting your damage. In addition to gaining vampiric powers, there will also be a new seasonal event which is similar to the Hell Tides, as they will appear in an area of the open world. It's going to have players facing off against vampires and is available from level 1. It will be on a quick rotation between different areas, as the developers have said that once one ends, another will start in a new area, and players will be able to keep the currency they gained with the Blood Harvest even after the event has despawned in their current attempt. Supposedly, the Blood Harvest is meant to be the place that has the highest chance of getting you potent blood and packed armor drops, so it seems like a great activity to do. While these are the new seasonal content being added in, many players have had issues with the fundamental gameplay flow and core content of Diablo 4, so new content isn't going to fix those core fundamental issues, but Blizzard is looking to address some of these with a number of quality of life fixes with patch 1.2, which launches with Season 2. Here are some of the changes that are being made, and they seem to be a step in the right direction. One of the biggest issues that players had initially with Diablo 4, and even ourselves, was the lack of endgame content. In general, you would just end up farming nightmare dungeons back to back just to get XP and some very minor stat upgrades, which would take hours or days to even see anything good drop. With patch 1.2, Blizzard is introducing 5 new endgame bosses for us to take on. Each of these bosses will be unlocked by completing various different endgame activities for materials which can be used to summon them. The bosses will have their own specific loot tables for gear, allowing you to target farm certain items, and the developers have warned that you will need specific resistances in order to take some of them on. In addition to the gear drops, each boss will have a reward attached to them, with a new Uber boss being able to drop Uber uniques. Here's the different bosses and the drops you can get from them. Grigori, the Galvanic Saint, can drop a new horse. The Echo of Varshan will drop a horse trophy. The Beast in Ice drops 2 different horse trophies. The Dark Master offers a crown cosmetic, and the Epic of Juriel, the ultimate final boss, potentially drops Uber uniques. Season 2 will be bringing 12 new uniques, so it's going to be good to have a place to actually farm for them. A big issue with the game before you even got to the end game though was the amount of time it took just to get to level 100, and it was a real slog, especially in the later levels after level 85+. Well, Blizzard have already increased the XP gains, but now are making it around 40% faster to level up to 100, and experience bonuses are now multiplicative, with the world tier bonus meaning you can get even more XP. The renown rewards not persisting through seasons was another issue that many players had with the game, and Blizzard will now be changing it so that idols and skill points do carry over. There's also been several changes to the dungeons, with the main ones being that you're now finally able to teleport directly inside of nightmare dungeons when activating a sigil, and the dungeon events will have increased monster density, meaning more XP and drops if you actually go out of your way to complete them. One of the things that Blizzard wanted to do was reduce the amount of backtracking in dungeons, so they've redesigned some of them to have have a better flow, which hopefully means you won't have to walk through a whole dungeon area that you've already cleared just to get to one lever. Here's some more notable changes that we noticed. When you skip the campaign, you will have 10 waypoints unlocked with 2 in each zone, making it a lot easier to fast travel around and clear areas of the map. If you filled up all of your character slots, you'll be happy to know that they're adding in an additional 2 character slots in Season 2. Mounts have also been improved and had various fixes to reduce them getting stuck on things and make them a bit faster. Both the Legion events and world bosses will spawn more often, Hell Tides have been buffed to give more rewards and experience, the stash can actually be searched and filtered, as well as items now having the functionality to be marked as favourite or junk. Gems will no longer drop directly as rewards, instead players will earn gem shard materials, which they can use at jewelers to craft the gems. Uber uniques will always roll with the highest possible values, which we love to see considering how extremely rare they are. So these are definitely some good changes to the game and some new endgame content added in. All of these things are definitely a step in the right direction, but are they enough to get you to go back and play again? And if not, what would Blizzard have to actually do and change in order to get you back? Tell us your thoughts in the comments down below, and then check out these 2 videos on the screen now. We have loads of content coming your way soon and a lot of stuff already on the channel, so make sure to check them out or the 2 on screen, and then tell us what you think after watching in the comments down below.